What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. So, actress Meghan Markle, former actress Meghan Markle, now of course a member of the British royal family via her marriage to Prince Harry, talked about her stint on the pretty popular game show from the mid-2000s, Deal or No Deal. I remember that show. I used to watch it religiously for like 2 years. And one of the years was when she was on there. But it was hosted by Howie Mandel. I think it came on NBC, if I'm not mistaken. It's been such a long time ago. I was in my mid-20s back then. But I forgot the premise of the show, but I know that it was models that stood around and they had a suitcase, and the suitcase contained the answers or something like that. I still remember the premise, but I just can't remember the details. But anyway, she was on the show for a season as one of the models. And she talked about how she felt like, basically like a bimbo on the show. Like, she said that the producers, the handlers, whatever, didn't really treat the girls with respect as far as their intellect, or it was all about their looks. And she was told to at times suck in her stomach, so that her stomach looked even thinner or more flatter on television, I should say. She said basically, they didn't respect them for their minds, their intellect. It was all about their looks. And she hated her stint on that show. I actually now remember, now I think about it, when I saw pictures of her, yeah, I do remember her being on the show. And I remember probably thinking to myself, good God Almighty, who was that? But I'm just like this, I know it sucks. None of us like to be objectified. None of us. But here's my response to that. I completely and totally empathize with her. I don't think any of us should be reduced to our looks as far as how people treat us, being objectified. But, people like myself, large black men, we get objectified every day, but nobody cares. I know people say, oh, you're whining again. I'm just telling the truth that a lot of us know about, but we don't have people shoving cameras in our faces and asking our opinion about stuff. Because, when you think about it, Megan, you benefit from your looks. I mean, if you look like Rasputia, do you think a lot of people would even care about what you think? Nope. I mean, you the pretty little light-skinned thing, and everybody loves you, white men and black men and everybody. They love you. You married a prince. So what the fuck are you complaining about? But I know that when you're a large black man like myself, you have to worry about losing your temper in public. We don't have the same leeway as everybody else. People think that if we lose our temper, we're going to Hulk out and destroy shit. We have to be careful when we're around law enforcement, because sometimes, well, a lot of times, they're just looking for a reason to fuck with us. I remember one time when I was in school and I'm looking for some gainful employment. This was years and years ago when I was in school, right? And somebody told me, look, you're a big, intimidating looking nigga. Why don't you be a security guard? So I wanted to tell her so bad, hey, you got a fat ass and some big titties. Hey, you always talking about you need money. Why don't you be a stripper? But if I were to say something like that, oh my goodness. Do you know how sexist that was? That was a sexist comment. You need to apologize to her immediately. Well, did you hear what the fuck she just told me? You a big fucking goddamn apocalypse King Kong looking nigga. Why don't you just be a security guard? Be secure that. Fuck your mind. Fuck your intellect. Just be a big King Kong looking nigga. But see, people don't look at it like that. So I empathize with her. We should not go around objectifying people, but we shouldn't do that with anybody. Whether it's a person that has Down syndrome, whether it's a person that has, some type of severe burns that have affected them, that could be the sweetest, most caring person in the world. But we are fixated psychologically by nature to be drawn toward beauty. That's how we mentally operate. When you have a little baby and she or he are looking at faces, they naturally gravitate toward what they see as the more aesthetic looking face or whatever. It's just nature. We look at what we're attracted to. And at the same time, as human beings, we should have the development and the sophistication to realize that people are more than just skin deep. And people have a lot more to offer than what just stimulates our genitalia and our ocular, imaginations. So that's all I got to say about that. Tell me what you guys think.